Want to have some time for analysis now. No better person to join us, veteran journalist and author of Kamala's Way, Dan Morain. Dan, thanks so much for giving us some time on this busy day. Full disclosure, as soon as I saw the news break today, your name was the first that popped into my head because you no doubt have known Kamala for a long time in terms of covering her. I believe you wrote your first piece on Kamala Harris in 1994. So give us your take on this moment and how she has been thrusted into this position, and some folks out there who might not know the history of Kamala Harris.
Well, you know, the title of the book, Kamala's Way, is American Life. It really is a California life. This is a person who really, I think, only could have happened in California. Her parents are immigrants, her mom from India, her dad from Jamaica, born in 1964 in Berkeley, Oakland, actually, Kaiser Hospital. And so she grows up in the tumult of the East Bay in the late 60s, and she becomes a prosecutor of all things. Her mother is a cancer researcher. Her father is a PhD economist who became a professor, tenured professor at Stanford. So these are very intellectual people. So she took an unusual route to become a prosecutor. And one of the reasons she did this, and I think this is such an interesting story, that when she was in high school, so her mom took her, Kamala Harris, and her sister Maya to Montreal for several years. Kamala Harris went to high school in Montreal. In Montreal, she met a friend by the name of Wanda. And Wanda, it turned out, was being abused at her home. And her parent and Kamala's mother brought this woman, this young girl, into her home and took care of her. That's one of the reasons. That's the reason why Kamala Harris says that she became a prosecutor. She wanted to protect people, particularly children, who were victims of crime. I think that is a telling story, and not one that's all that well known. I wrote about it in the book. The New York Times had written about it, but it's not something she talks about a great deal. Maybe we'll hear more about it on the campaign trail.
And I wonder what you recall about her record as district attorney. Of course, you know, a lot of folks nowadays, of course, see her as the vice president and then previously as a U.S. senator. But when she, you know, rose through the ranks in a way, when she was first running for district attorney in San Francisco, I mean, she was sort of the underdog, right? Running on a tough on crime agenda.
Yeah, well, she was the underdog, without a doubt. She started in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office, and then she moved across the bay to San Francisco for a promotion, and no doubt had her eye on running for DA at some point. She ran to the right of the incumbent, who was a very liberal guy, basically promising to go after street corner drug dealers and such. She was always against the death penalty, and she did not hide that at all. And that became an issue shortly after she was elected. She won ultimately fairly handily, but it was a very tough race, and it wasn't at all clear that she was going to win. You know, when the San Francisco Chronicle endorsed her, the headline was Harris for Law and Order. So she ran as the law and order candidate in San Francisco, though she opposed the death penalty. And shortly after she was elected, after she took office, there was a terrible murder of a police officer, Isaac Espinosa. And she announced that she wasn't going to seek the death penalty against the fellow who killed the cop. And she endured quite a great deal of criticism, including from Dianne Feinstein, who was a senator, very popular in San Francisco, Bill Lockyer, who was the attorney general at the time, even Gavin Newsom, who was mayor at the time. So this was quite a controversial stand that she took. And it affected her. I think it affected her politics. It affected her willingness to take stands. It was but it was a big deal. You know, she stuck to her promise of not seeking the death penalty, no matter how heinous the crime.
Our time together here is winding down, but my last question to you, as a veteran journalist here in California, someone who has covered Kamala Harris closely, California politics and the politicians closely, and you've watched her term as vice president and how she has been utilized. Some, in the Democratic Party don't feel like she's been utilized correctly, and question, would she be successful at the top of the ticket? What, analysis can you provide on that aspect?
Well, I watched her in 3 statewide races in California, and you don't win 3 statewide races in California by being a lightweight. I mean, this is a tough state to run in. She won her first race narrowly. Her next race, she cleared the field. When she ran for the U.S. Senate, she had an opponent, but not a heavyweight opponent, and she won. So you people who have underestimated Kamala Harris along the way tend to lose. She gets underestimated, and I would not underestimate her abilities as a politician, as a candidate.
All right, we will leave it there. Veteran journalist and author of Kamala's Way, Dan Morain, so appreciate you giving us some time. I know you're in high demand on this Sunday, so we truly appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much.